YouTube, we are going to do a homemade soft scrub recipe. It's really easy and I know you'll enjoy it. What we need is some water, and you can use tap water, Dawn dish detergent or your favorite detergent, baking soda, a spatula, a mixer, or you can use a hand mixer with a bowl. And then we'll need a container to store, and I like to make part of mine thicker than others, and then another container, which I got to get some more of that out, to put it in, a spatula, a funnel, a spoon, oh, I'm not showing, sorry, a spoon, and then this just, it just works great for pushing down in the funnel when you can't get it all down. So if you have something that works, that's what works for me. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to lift this up. Well, it looks like we're not. Okay, so we're going to pour half a box of baking soda into our mixer, and then we're going to pour half of a container of detergent in our mixer. And this container still has a little bit in it, so I'm going to use it first because I'm going to put my more liquid soft scrub in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of the residue out. It doesn't have to be perfectly clean of your Dawn detergent because you're putting a mixture of Dawn detergent and baking soda in your bowl. So now I'm putting a little bit in there to start, and you're putting it on low. And then there we go. And then you just keep pouring. And you keep pouring. And you take and you push down the sides. And you don't lose your spatula most of the time because it's spinning, but for some reason mine decided not to spin today. So I'm going to turn it up. There we go. It's still not spinning. I don't know why it's not spinning. And if you'll notice, it's sort of just a dry powdery, and I've turned up the temperature now. And so normally you just do this as it spins, and you don't lose your spatula. There we go. See how we're turning into a cake icing consistency? Now I'm going to turn that off, and you can see how it's dangling. This is what I call a cake icing consistency. Alright, now what I do with this is I take and I fill a pot with this because I like to have some of it that is this thick. It works wonderful on my kitchen sink, or really, really, really hard dried on things. Okay? And so I normally fill this pot. Now sometimes as it sits, it will separate, and you do have to stir this again. And I love these little containers. You can buy these at Walmart. It has a rubber seal, and you can just put it on there. And I just set that beside my sink in the kitchen. Okay, now what we have left, I'm going to make more liquefied. So I'm going to put some water in there. And then I'm going to turn it back up again. And right now I'm just trimming the edges down. And I do lose a lot of spatulas this way, but Normally it spins real easily all the time, and it was just not wanting to spin. And so, there we go. Now let's see if we need some more water. I'm going to turn it off. We need something that really will, there we go. See how that pours good? Alright. So now I'm going to turn the camera off just for a moment and take my tines out and get this ready to fill our other jar. So, be right back. Okay, so I've got my liquider, that's a good word, isn't it? Liquider soft scrub ready. And I've got my old Dawn, oh no, this is a Gain. I had a coupon, but I didn't like it as well as I did the Dawn. And I'm going to then just pour that with a funnel, and then that little spoon I was talking about, let's get you up a little higher. See how it doesn't want to go down? But if you sit and take something and just go up and down in it, it seems to help it get into the bottle. Now you can make it more liquefied, and it'll go in real easy, but I don't know about it having its good cleansing powers if you make it too liquefied. And I don't do any of this by measurements, except for I use about a half a container of the Dawn and a half a container of baking soda. But you can even, if you have a bigger storage container that you want to put it in, you can just put one whole small bottle of Dawn and one whole small box of baking soda. So let's get this going here. I got to get some more and pour it in. And with the fact that I have a spatula, I can clean the bowl out real good and get all the goodie out of it and not waste anything. And everybody knows I hate to waste. I don't know why. My daughter is afraid of bees, and my husband is afraid of bees. And bees do love my daughter, and they seem to love my husband. But it's like she was just born afraid of bees. And I know everybody says I'm crazy, but sometimes there's just things you're born with a certain instinct about, and I hate to waste. So I'm going to get the rest of this in there. I'm letting you stay with me so you can see that it's a little work. I mean, this might be an easy recipe, but if you're wanting to get the liquider version into the little bottle, you do have to put a little bit of work in. And if this gets too hard to come out of the bottle at any time, then just add a little hot water, just a little, and shake vigorously, because anything can dry out, and that'll fix it right up. Oh, we've almost got it now. And I find that having something that will fit through the whole of your funnel is mandatory for this recipe to get all of your soft scrub into your container. Alright, we did it. We did it. Okay, let me wipe my hands. Alright, all I have to do now is put on the cap. One-handed is not always easy. And for this, when you squeeze it out, see how nice it squeezes out? It squeezes out just like when you're buying the stuff in the store. And then this one is a firmer paste, and I use a wet cloth, and I usually just use the cloth or my fingers, and I just get a little bit on the cloth, a wet cloth, and it works wonderful on harder to clean surfaces, something extra dirty. So there you go, homemade soft scrub. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe and try it at home. Be sure to make comments, hit the like button, and please subscribe.